Hey there, good morning. Sunday morning as I begin this, getting ready to go to therapy. Oh, your boy's a nutcase. Rainy conditions today. Not gonna lie, this is something that I'm not really trying to do today. Is it helping me? Probably
Our
not.
community family.
Probably not. I'm saying though, I'm as off the rails right now as it gets. I need the medication. Therapy's good though. I mean, I am enjoying being able to talk to somebody, so that's good. But your boy needs some medication. Put it in perspective, I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. Manic, working, but at what cost? Gambled unbelievably compulsively yesterday. Gonna do it again today. Went to the casino last night with those $400 in vouchers. I know a lot of people said, Joe, just take those vouchers. The best thing that you could do is take those vouchers into the casino, cash them in, and walk right back out the door. Wasn't trying to hear anything in relation to that. We went back to the casino last night, and my wife took $400 and turned that shit into $2,300. The mini's $1,000. We're playing $25 a spin. This machine has been hot all night. My wife was scared. I told her to do it. She did it.
Come on,
Get some money in there. There you go. Keep it going. There you go. Open that shit up. Drop that mini in there.
Come on, do something.
$100.
I cannot believe this.
Good for you. You deserve it.
I was about to get up.
All the times we ain't hit it. Get some other stuff.
Come on.
One more for good luck.
I'm still grateful.
Big 500.
Everyone is watching this machine. Look behind you.
It's a hot machine.
Look behind you.
Good for you.
Okay, but can you look behind me?
That's the most you ever hit for. Hey. Yeah, so that video right there, I mean, you can see we're already up to 1,500. Already up to 1,500 right there. So, crazy to think. And then I had a little meager gambling ticket in last night. I had 3 tickets in, spent $50 in total. I think 2 $20 tickets and a $10 ticket. 2 of my tickets got smoked immediately, but 1 ticket ended up hitting a 7-leg parlay, $20. It only won $183 profit. But for 20 bucks, I mean, that ain't bad at all. However, today, the manicness is sending me to another place. So now I think I got like an 11-leg parlay and then a 17-leg parlay. These are like $25 tickets with the potential payout of thousands of dollars. I'm a part of a gambling junkie Facebook group, and I watched the guy take a $50 ticket and turn that into $17,000 yesterday. Man, I'm trying to see a come up. I certainly am. Anyways, I'm gonna do therapy. It's gonna be family day with the family. We got a lot of work lined up for this upcoming week. Look like we got rainy conditions as well too. So with that, we'll work on the interior job. We're supposed to be starting this big exterior job this upcoming week, but we're gonna need at least another 40-foot ladder, if not the 60-foot ladder. And I really don't want to get the 60-foot. I don't even want to play that game trying to move that son of a bitch. We did the last one with the 40-foot. We can do this one with a 40-foot. I'd like to get a 40-foot metal, but you know, that's tomorrow's problem. I did end up getting paid in full for the last exterior job that we just did. I also posted a little clip of me painting over on the Joe Does Stuff official Facebook page, which is facebook.com/leaving from Lowe's. And people were absolutely bodying me over my painting technique. So that's how it goes, though. Anyways, let's go do therapy. Hello there, good morning. It is Monday morning as I begin this, 7:41 in the morning. Feeling quite rested, which is about damn time because the manicness has been sending me. I went to therapy yesterday and my therapist said something profound to me. She said, "Why don't you just sleep? So what you get up at all hours of the night? Doesn't mean you got to get up. Just go back to sleep." And I said, man, there's no price tag you could put on that type of logic. So I tried that this morning and it actually worked. I like my counselor, my therapist, a lot. Quite helpful and resourceful and just smart. I can talk to her about things that I could never talk to you about, just to be honest with you. Incredible things that I've never shared with any. I'm just trying to paint this picture as dramatically as possible. But, you know, aside from that bit of wisdom right there, she also told me that I need a business mentor. Like so many of you in the comments sections who try to give me advice that I never listen to. For whatever reason, I'll listen to her, and I don't know why. It's possibly because she's just a complete outsider, and you're not. You're like family to me. Yeah, she said I need a business mentor when I shared with her about the interior quote of $19,600 and how I reduced that by half, and am now doing that for $10,300. She said more profound things to me. She said, "Joe, this guy's taking advantage of you, and you need to be firm in your pricing, and you need a business mentor." And I thought to myself, I'm like, yo, who would that be? I mean, I do know one guy that comes to mind immediately when I think about, you know, the epitome of successful contractor guys, a guy that I've done a handful of work for in the past. But then I think to myself, maybe one of you is a successful business owner who would be willing to take on a case such as myself. Consider me a little orphan Annie, if you would. I need a business mentor, somebody that I could talk to. But anyways, forgive me, I'm not on the therapy couch anymore. Monday morning, we are trying to get the show on the road and figure out what exactly we're going to do today. So it's raining right now, per usual. And it's picking up right this second. I was about to say it's supposed to stop. We were supposed to be starting on the next big exterior job, which is a house exactly like the first house that we did, that big monster 5,000 square foot home, except this one's over 6,000 square feet with even harder to reach areas. Now, the good news is this one's in way better condition, and the amount of prep work needed on this is not going to be nowhere near what was on the first house. However, you go back to the first house, I did receive a punch list from the real estate man, a callback essentially, but in the professional world, outside of apartments, because that's not professional, you don't call it callbacks, you call it a punch list. He finally got a chance to do his final walkthrough, and he's got some issues with a couple of things, and nothing major. Couple of things that he wants addressed, and the biggest issue is all of the doors that we painted no longer open or operate. And, you know, we never had access to the house. I'm not trying to justify it, but that's the excuse. We never had access to the house, so the doors ended up getting sealed shut with the paint. That's actually going to be somewhat of a son of a bitch to address, to do so and not screw everything up, but it should be relatively nondescript. I don't think that we're going to do it today, though, just because of the weather. I did want to kind of get a jump on the exterior, but that's not going to make sense neither. So I think what we're going to end up doing is just calling today a wash, like I had mentioned to the real estate man yesterday when he asked me where we were going to be going today. I said, I don't know. It's all going to be weather dependent. I'm going to call today the wash that it is, and we'll just go back and work on the interior. Now with that, we're going to go get the interior doors that are needed, get those installed. And I'm also going to go buy a 40-foot freaking ladder. And that son of a bitch is over $500. However, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. I've tried to find one used. I can't find one. And if I rent one again, man, that son of a bitch is fiberglass and super heavy. At least when I go buy one, I can buy the aluminum one, which is half the freaking weight. And even though I can't necessarily reach all the way, I can reach enough, and that's all I need. And then that metal ladder will be hopefully easier to move. So yeah, I think today we're gonna continue on the interior work and really try to put a freaking foot in the ass of that stuff. So that's gonna entail having to go get paint, more materials. I do have a little bit of show and tell I can't wait to share with you guys. I'm gonna do so in just a minute. But yeah, let me figure out the exact plan of attack and get with you in just a little bit. Leaving from Lowe's with just a sugar-free energy drink. That's all that I got. I was looking for doors in there and I found the doors. I really came here to get this 40-foot ladder that they said they had in stock, and of course they don't. Anytime they say they got one in stock, you got to imagine there's a good possibility they won't have none in stock. And well, everything happens for a reason. That's what I'm looking at this like. Gonna wait on Gene and my guy Jason to get here. It's still kind of dreary outside. I think doing that punch out list is probably gonna be shot for today. So if that is the case, well, what we gonna do? I guess we're gonna go back to that interior, and by doing so, I want to have an exceptionally productive day out there today. Maybe I should hold off on the doors too and talk to the real estate man, because I can't find the exact doors. The exact doors are $500 a piece. Ain't nobody paying $500 a piece for no interior doors. The close match are $100 a piece, which that's crazy to think, but $100 a piece, you're gonna have all of your upstairs bedroom doors, entry doors will match, because all of the upstairs bedroom doors are the doors that need to be replaced. So hopefully he's good with that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the trigger on it. Problem is one of the main bedrooms upstairs, probably the bigger bedroom upstairs, it has these double doors. And they don't have a latch. They just have a top catch. But the doors that they sell here, and the only doors that I can find, are pre-drilled with the frickin' latch pre-drilled out too. Those double doors wouldn't need the latch. They just need a dummy knob on both sides. So I need to figure out how the frick to make that situation work. I would hate to buy these doors and have to fill these frickin' holes. That's not what I'm looking to do. Good possibility we might be here for frickin' nothing. Hey, at the very least, we can get some paper the floor, get these guys rocking on all of my prep work. I shoot off to go grab some paint, and we get busy with painting some ceilings and some trimming doors today. We'll see. All right, show and tell time. Hey, I put an order in with Amazon. Check out my new gizmo. Got a brand new spray gun with the frickin' twist down here. You got to be careful because some of the spray guns don't have the twist down here. The spray gun was $99, and then I got this 15-inch extension that came separate. This was $30. This is 15 inches that I don't have, or that I didn't have before, I should say. Yeah, and then the brand new spray gun also comes with a new guard housing and tip. And look, a tip for a gun is around $30 to $40. Not these red tips here. These are like 20 to 30, 20 something to 30. So you might as well get a brand new gun for about $100, and it comes with all this brand new stuff. And I really need this. I need this so bad for that machine. I also got a new screen right here for the hose. I should have gotten a whole new hose assembly, but this little kit right here was only $8, and a whole new hose assembly is 50 something. But I needed a new screen for the bottom of the machine because we didn't have one of those, and then it came with a handful of filters for the gun. So we'll get a lot of good life out of the machine. And hey, even if the machine shits the bed, it could be brought back with a new pump. But if the machine does shit the bed, it's best to just go ahead and get the new machine. That machine right there is $600 brand new. The new pump is about $300, maybe $3 something. And the problem is I've been down this road before where you switch out the pump and then the packings go out. So just get a damn new machine. But hey, if we can get through this job with these upgraded parts or new parts, that would be great. These 2 next jobs. All right, let's open up the box. $50 or $60 a box, and there's 50 of what I'm getting ready to share with you inside of here. I actually wanted to get into business making these, but that's just another one of Joe's manic freaking stupid things that I be thinking sometimes. Check this out. For $50 to $60, you get 50 of these right here. If you don't know what these are the greatest invention for a painter ever, folks. It's just a magnet with some plastic. That's all that it is right here. But this goes over your door hinge, the inside part of it, and this flips over the outside showing piece, and then you can spray and pray, baby, that no paint gets on that hardware, and no paint will. It's the easiest way and fastest way to prep hardware. And this goes back to the apartment days. When we're prepping hardware, we're trying to get that shit done so we can hurry up and get to spraying. Ain't nobody got time to sit around with a roll of masking tape and cut that shit out. Forget all of that. I like to spend the money to get the shit that makes things faster and somewhat easier. So that's all I got. Just wanted to share that with you. Gonna drink my sugar-free energy drink, wait on Gene and Jason to get here, and then figure out what the frick we're doing today. I'm gonna hit up the real estate man and let him know what our game plan is. So share more in a little bit. All right, just getting back over here, and you can see quite a bit of this has been primed, and we'll get some of the sanded too. Once I get all this sanding done, I've got more mud work to do, including holes to fill and texture to do. Nothing too major. This freaking table is gonna be something right here. This sucker's so heavy.
Just take this little 4-inch strip up. This is all we gotta do.
All right, so right now we're getting the floors papered off. Gonna have this thing completely masked off. See all those drink spills right there? That could be problematic for us. Oh my God. All right, filming on a GoPro, 9:46 in the morning, and we are on the job site at the interior job. Weather is starting to improve, so potential game plan today is half a day over here and then half a day doing the punch out work over at the other job. I've reached out to the real estate guy twice so far this morning, haven't heard anything from him. Kind of would like to have a call with him just to gauge a certain situation in terms of these interior doors. Hey, look, we can find a close match, not exact, for $100 a door versus the exact match, which are solid core versus hollow core, and those are $500 a door. Now the price point and the budget on this job is not set up for $500 doors. So let me use the close match. But this is $1 million house. What are we doing? Everything should be as it should be. I don't want to use a close match. I want to use the exact match. So I'm not going to make any decisions on this until I talk with him first. Another thing to share. Oh my effing God. We pull up to this $1 million home, and guess what? The front door is wide open. The lockbox on the door is shut. The code is in the lockbox, and the key is missing. The keys are missing. Gene tells me, because I am ripping his ever-loving head off. I'm not, but I want to. Oh my God, do I want to. Because here's what I truly feel like has happened. Friday, these guys forgot to lock the place up. Took the keys, probably a little too stoned to realize what they were doing. Took the keys and didn't lock the place up. And left the door wide open all weekend long. Now, I wasn't here. And I already know what the comments are gonna be. Well, Joe, you need to be there. This is what happens when you're not there. Let me tell you something. This guy is falling off the wagon. The sky is falling down. And I can't take it. Dude, we are doing $1 million homes. Get your freaking head up out of your ass. Now, Gene tries to reassure me that he locked this place up. In fact, verbatim, his exact words to me were, I am 100 million gazillion pavilion% sure that I locked this place up. I said, Gene, that's very reassuring. Matter of fact, because you put it like that now, yeah, sure. And here I am stuck in a situation where I got to reach out to the real estate man and say, hey, did anybody else come by over the weekend? I mean, it could have been the window guy. I could have this all wrong. The window people could have came by. The frickin' last tenants may still have a key to this place, could have came by. But we were the last ones there as far as I know. Holy shit, man, we are looking worse than bad. Now, there's cameras on this home. I pray these cameras work. And I pray what Gene is telling me is the truth. I hate to say that I don't believe him. But again, I don't believe him. You know, if I gotta hit the real estate man up and say, hey, has anybody been over here this past weekend? And he says no, then you know what that means? We left this place open all weekend long, and that ain't gonna fly, man. That cannot fly. That's as bad as it gets right there. Don't get much worse than that. Anyways, we were over there. I cut out a bunch of parts of the wall for the ceiling match, for the wall match, and for the doors and the trim. So going to Sherwin-Williams right now, about to be there, and gonna start grabbing some paint. What do I do in this situation, folks? I need a business mentor. There's got to be a rational explanation for this. Gene didn't even realize he was talking to the real estate man, or he thought he was talking to the real estate man when he was talking to a total stranger. So why would Gene not lock this place up? Sherwin-Williams, let's go. Hey, leaving from Sherwin-Williams, and not sure exactly what the damage on the paint is. I was able to charge my account with this order too. Guaranteed this is gonna be every bit of, shit, close to $800. Maybe it's a little bit cheaper than that. I ain't too for sure. I went with the cheapest, considering the fact that the price on this is the cheapest. I went with the cheapest. So we've got, for the ceiling paint, Property Solution, Painter's Edge, one step above Property Solutions. For the wall paint, we've got Promar 400 Eggshell. And for the trim paint, I went with a little bit better of a paint, not by much. I went with a Promar 200 semi-gloss for the trim. Got 20 gallons of wall paint, 10 gallons of ceiling paint, which that's not gonna be enough probably, and 7 gallons of the trim paint, which will be pretty tight, trying to get through everything that we've got to get through. Anyways, hey, guess what? You'll never guess. Well, maybe you will. That's right. Tell me why, while I'm gone, Gene texts me telling me, hey, guess what? I found the keys. They were in the bushes. Let me tell you something. I know this really great guy left this house unlocked all weekend long. I just can't prove it. And I cannot ask the realty man if anybody else was over there, because I know there wasn't. I know this fantastic, awesome guy didn't lock this place up. And I know he was shitting bullets, probably trying to devise a plan with him and Jason of what they could honestly tell me. Talk about you're a bazillion pavilion percent convinced that you locked this place up. You really great guy. This is the type of shit that makes me infuriated, because you want to give these guys room to excel and grow and to help you grow, but you can't take your eyes off them for a second. And I'm not trying to put all of this on him and be ragging on him as much as I probably am, but this is damning right here. These are critical errors. What if something would have happened to this place? Somebody came in here and vandalized the shit out of this. Unfrickin' believable. He didn't find the keys in the bushes. He found the keys in the center console of the van, and he knew he had them, or in the same pants that he's been wearing for 2 weeks. And I'm not gonna rip his head off. I'll just do so in video. Because of that, my video work is gonna definitely suffer, and it has to. Sacrifices have to be made. I've got responsibility, and that responsibility is to this real estate man and these obligations of these jobs that I've taken on, to make sure that shit gets done and done right without any complications. All right, let's get back and see what we can get accomplished.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough.
I was showing y'all the wrong thing. Forget some damn sanding. Who gives a shit about that? I should have showed you the mud work and that phenomenal swirl finish I just put on some of those repairs. All right, it's lunchtime right now, 11. Why are people just running red lights? Like, what is the issue here? 11:59 in the morning, and we are heading back to our original exterior job, the first exterior job we did, the big one. And we're gonna take care of some punch out work that needs to be done over there, and hopefully get all of that corrected today. And we can be back on our interior job tomorrow, because the weather is gonna be frightful tomorrow. It's gonna be freezing tomorrow. It's gonna be really cold, too cold for exterior work. You don't wanna be doing exterior work under 50-degree weather. Paint doesn't really perform so well under 50 degrees. Only certain paints perform under 50. Your latitudes perform in colder weather, but that's why most exterior work takes place during the warmer months, because paint and caulking doesn't do well in cold weather. So again, it's going to be too cold to do anything outside tomorrow, so we're going to try to go rock and roll even more on our interior. We put in one good full day over there tomorrow. We are going to be really nicely along in relation to that. I'll be Buzz Lightyear with the paint sprayer tomorrow, really rocking and rolling. So that'll be cool. All right, let's get over to where we're going and take care of the punch out list. Story time, story time, story time. Story time, story time, story time. All right, we're touching up around this job. I just sprayed the garage Again, look at all those holidays, but when that thing dries, it's gonna look good. All right, we need to take care of something for the neighbor real quick. And nice gentleman just came over. Gonna paint these 3 boards right here for his fence. Get those painted white. Got Gene coming over to take care of that. Just take a look at that. Not even painting the whole thing, just those 3 boards right there. Was a repair that was done. Stay tuned for the story on that. Okay, 4:30 in the afternoon and the day is done. Took care of all the touch-up work that we needed to do on the punch out, and it looks good. We just got done looking at the next job, and man, the next job, oh my God, is that going to be hard. That one's gonna be tough. That is gonna be some tough shit to try to reach. Gosh almighty, how are we gonna do that? But that's Wednesday's problem. Not even gonna worry about that right this second. So, crazy story. So check this out. We're sitting there minding our business and doing our work. We're in a $1 million neighborhood, and all of a sudden, a neighbor comes up to me asking about some painting work. Hey, it's always good when somebody new comes up to you asking about some painting work, or asking about some work in general whenever you're doing work somewhere. But this would also be a hard lesson learned for me as well, too. So take heed to this, anybody. Don't do what I just did. So the guy comes up to me, he's asking about some painting work, and he says, hey, I got some painting work that I need. My handyman did a really good job replacing some boards on my gate, and I was wondering if you could paint these couple of boards that didn't get painted. Or, you know, so I go over there and I look, it's literally 3 boards. He says the HOA threatened to fine him $75 because those boards weren't painted. I don't know how long ago those boards were fixed. Could you imagine if those boards had just been fixed within a week and the HOA's down on you like that? They might be. Again, it's a $1 million neighborhood. So I said, yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that the HOA's down on you like that. I said, yeah, sure, we could take care of that. Hell, I could do it right now. I'm sure we've got some white paint. I didn't even know what to charge this guy for painting 3 boards, but the first number that came to mind was like, you know, 25 bucks, $50. Hey man, if I gotta break out the paintbrush for you, that is a mandatory minimum $50. I don't care if I'm right next door and I'm painting already. I'm not painting with white paint. I'm gonna use my materials. I told the man, I said, hey, look, I just pay me what you think it's worth. This man pulled $5 out of his wallet. I looked at him like he was freaking crazy. I said, man, what? Don't you know there's a government shutdown? There's tariffs and inflation. You're talking about paying me $5? He said, is that not enough? I said, no, I was thinking more like, and he said, well, here's $10. That's all that I've got. I said, man, we're in a $1 million neighborhood. You should at least pay me half of what the HOA is coming after you for. But whatever, had Gene go over there and paint that shit, and you got a $10 paint on them boards. We even missed them spots. I think Gene did that on purpose because I had already told him that story. What would you do? The man had to be every bit of frickin' 65, 70. Probably stuck in 1930 somewhere. Man, $5 back then. And you know what? He knows better. He didn't get to $1 million house for nothing. We're out here busting our ass, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm not tripping on. I just thought it was diabolical. This man pulled out a $5 bill, and that's what he tried to give me for this. $5 ain't even barely a gallon of gas. You couldn't even get a pack of cigarettes if you smoke. You couldn't even get lunch for $5. That's crazy.